It really doesn't matter what you think. And it really doesn't matter what you say.
Wait for it.
It is Friday afternoon here on Ballard Sports Media. What is going on, everybody? Christian Ballard here with Ballard Sports Media, coming at you live on 4th and Goal, though. And who is this? My main man, Michael Vick with Vic 2. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, what's up?
How you doing today?
Good.
Yeah, that's good, man. So, not really a whole lot to talk about on today's show, but I talked with Mike Vick a little bit, and today we're going to be discussing what are some dead college football programs, and how do we define a dead program? Because obviously we have the Clemsons, the Georgias, the Alabamas. They're relevant. They're tier ones. They're right there at the very top. Then you got your outliers like your Oklahoma's, your Texas, your teams that make bowl games or aren't quite on the level of like the playoff type, like playoff teams. But then you have teams like, and I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, Tennessee Volunteers, Mike Vick. They are dead.
Yeah.
But what do you think? What does it take to qualify a dead program?
Well, I don't know. I guess you just have to be terrible. I guess with no hope of being able to escape it.
Yeah, I think what you said basically, like you're so down in the gutter of a program. I mean, look at Tennessee. Look at teams, dude. Kansas in the Big 12.
Kansas, yeah.
And I mean, I don't really have a list in front of me, but I mean, you could pretty much pick any team that not a whole lot of people pay attention to. If they don't pay attention to them, they're probably a dead team. Nebraska. Well, I don't.
Yeah, about
I could
Vandy.
Vandy's dead. Kansas is dead. Tennessee. I'd
say Rutgers.
Oh God! Don't even get me started with Rutgers, dude. They are a group of 5 in the Big 10. Is that facts?
Yeah, that's facts. Yeah.
Well, before we get back to talking about this, I want to check the chat. What's up? Nate the Great says, "Congrats, Ballard. You are not late." Yes, sir. What's up, Joseph Sandberg? He says Tennessee for a dead program. Adam Woodard, what's going on? Roll Tide to you. I want to hear from you guys in the chat. Name some dead programs. Now, Nate the Great is a Michigan fan. He says, "Please don't say Michigan." Michigan's not dead.
Well, they're not really dead. I mean, they're not terrible. I mean, they're good. I mean, they're a decent program.
I want to know.
At least they make a bowl game every year. I mean, they make New Year's Six bowls pretty frequently. So
yeah, Joseph Sandberg says USC. Now I want to know which USC, because now is South Carolina. They're USC Junior, right?
Yes, USC Junior is dead. Yeah.
I don't know. So maybe Joseph Sandberg meant that, because I don't think the Trojans of the Pac-12 are dead.
No, I don't think that they're a dead program. I think that they're not. Their fans aren't where they want to be, but they're not dead.
What about UCLA football?
Yes, they are dead for right now. Yes, although check again next year, and they might make it off this list. But
Now,
not recently under Chip Kelly. Yeah, they've been pretty bad. Yeah, I think that they have yet to make a bowl game with Chip Kelly. So
I think for dead football programs too, which this is such a fun topic. I mean, it's fun to laugh at some teams here or there that just straight suck. I think we got to talk about what qualifies teams as dead. First off, when's the last time you even made a bowl game? When's the last time you won a bowl game? What's your record over the past, I don't know, how far you want to go back? Decade, 20 years? Do we have to go like all time? I mean, there's so many qualifications that make a program dead or to take
okay,
into
yeah. So I
consideration.
guess we'll start with Kansas. Yeah. So I've got on my phone I have FBschedules.com.
Yeah.
Well, it goes it goes all the way back to 2008. So and then in 2008 was Kansas's last bowl game. Yeah, they went 8-5. Yeah, with a bowl win.
Now you mean to tell me Kansas has not won a bowl game, let alone made a bowl game within the past, we're going 13 years?
Yeah,
13 years, Mike Vick. Now, Kansas, I have seen records like 3-9, 4-8, probably winless record. I don't even know. I can't keep up with the Kansas Jayhawks. Now, in men's basketball, they are huge, right? They were in the tournament last year. They're dead in football, would you say?
Yeah.
That's 2008, you said, was the last time they made a bowl game?
That's right. Yeah, and then the year after that,
Holy crap.
yeah, and the year after that, 2009, they went 5-7, and they've just been awful since then.
Mm.
I don't think they've had more than 3 wins since. Let's see.
Now,
So
yeah.
so yeah, and yeah, they have not won more than 3 games since 2009. Yeah, so every year since 2009, they have won no more than 3 games.
Wait. Let me make sure I'm understanding this. Since 2009, we're going back 11 years. You know what happened in 2009 was Saban won his first championship, at least at Alabama. That's a long time ago. Listen, you said that Kansas has not, we're still talking about Kansas, I believe.
Yes.
They haven't had a season since 2009 with more than only 3 wins.
Yes.
That got to be one of the deadest programs there is.
Yeah.
In the power, I mean, and they're in the Big 12. They are a Power 5 school.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah, I think basketball is the only thing.
They are great at basketball. They made the tournament.
That's the only thing keeping them in the Power 5. Yeah.
Holy cow. Kansas 12-1 record almost went to the championship, says Nate the Great.
That's right. Yeah, they went 0-12 in 2015.
Yeah.
Yes, they have a winless season on their resume. Yeah. And then and then last year they were 0-9.
0-9?
Yes, right. 0-9. That's right.
Wow.
Well, they had one game canceled. They were supposed to play Texas to end the season, so they would have been 0-10.
Yeah, that's terrible. Now, I've done a little bit more research on this, and there's just I try to find articles and try to go back and research all this, and all I'm seeing is like the worst teams of all time instead of program. I don't want to know about teams because obviously teams can have down years. Like Bama could have a down year. Like even when before
Yeah, he
Saban
could
got
have a
there, they
down year
weren't.
and go 10-2. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Or even before Saban got there, they were going like 7-5 or 6-7. I mean that we're talking after Bear Bryant. Fast forward to like 05, 06 with Mike Shula, it just wasn't good. They had terrible years. Didn't mean they were a dead program.
No, not really. I mean, at least they were, making it to a bowl game.
What about
6-6 is not 3-9.
What do you think about Vanderbilt? Are they dead in the SEC?
Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
What? There's one man that could save Georgia, which Georgia's not dead, but obviously they are a program that can be doing better than they are. And there's one man, Vic, that can save them. It's this guy.
Mm-hmm.
This guy right here.
That's right.
What's up, Jerome Pruitt?
Jerome Pruitt.
Yeah, getting the McDonald's.
Okay, so we got Mama Vandy here. Okay, yes, let's see. Yeah, so 2018 was the last time that Vandy made a bowl game. Yeah, they went.
So it's a little bit. That's a little bit more recent than I thought it was, honestly. But I know all time.
Yeah, well, I think that with like my mom, and then of course, so they were. I mean, they were a decent team when they had James Franklin. I mean, they were winning 8 or 9 games with.
They were, yeah, that is
Franklin.
true. And then Franklin, who is now at Penn State.
At the height, their program, they had back-to-back 9-win seasons in 2012 and 2013.
That's very impressive for a team like Vanderbilt, but now obviously they're heading in the wrong direction. But yeah, I guess I don't know what it is about Vandy. Like I forget that they had those records a few years ago and James Franklin and all that, because I look at how they are now. Like they went 0-8 last year in a conference-only schedule. That's sad. And they had a female kicker, which I got nothing against that, but let's just be honest. Sarah Fuller was not whatever. I mean, she wasn't even a good kicker, was she, in your opinion?
No.
Okay.
So then before James Franklin got there, they were terrible. So 2009 and 2010, they won 2 games.
In both of those years combined?
Yeah, 09. No, 09 they were 2-10, and then 10 they were 2-10.
Oh, in both the 09. Okay.
Yeah, back-to-back 2-win seasons. Yeah, that was before James Franklin got there.
Oh, here come the she was a joke for a kicker, Sarah Fuller. Oh, yeah. What about Joseph Sandberg says the Maryland Terrapins? Do you think they're a dead college football program? I think I do want to credit the kindergartners, that whoever made their helmets.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they've had a couple of years where they've been good, and then they've had a few years where they've been really bad. So here's another bad year. So Derek Mason's first year they went 3-9.
His first year?
Yeah, so they went from 9 wins to 3 wins. Yeah, in Derek Mason's first year. Yeah, after James Franklin.
Check to local.
How about that?
Yeah. And then, let's see, and then 2016, they got back to a bowl game. Yeah, they went 6-7.
Yep.
So their last bowl win was in 2013.
2013.
Yeah, was their last bowl win. Yeah, they had made it to a bowl twice.
Maybe?
Yeah, they had made it to a bowl twice since, but have not won one. All right, so let me get into 2018. They were 6-7. And then the last 2 years, they've been terrible. Yes, they went 3-9 in 2019. Yep, had one SEC win. Yeah, they beat Mizzou. And then last year, they were winless in the SEC. It went 0-9. Would have been 0-10, but their last game against Georgia was canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they fired Derek Mason. Yes, now they're bringing in their new coach, Clark Lee, the defensive coordinator from Notre Dame.
Yeah. I'll give you a dead football program as Rutgers.
Yeah.
Now the only good thing I have to say about them was congratulations on playing in the first ever college football game, and that's it. I think they beat Princeton in the first college football game back in 1869. Outside of that, Rutgers hasn't done anything since then that's really worth talking about, right?
Right. Let's see. Yeah.
You're in the Big Ten? What are you doing?
They used to play in the Big East.
Yeah.
Let's see. And they were actually they weren't terrible when they were in the Big East. Yeah, they've only been terrible since they joined the Big Ten.
That is true. It's almost like all of a sudden they join a conference,
right. and then they were
the
also
all of a sudden they're in the Power 5 and they just don't want to play good.
Right.
It's
and
weird.
Then they were in the American for 1 year. That was in 2013 after the Big East.
I want to ask this question.
Yeah, after the Big East dissolved, then Rutgers joined the American for 1 year in 2013, and in 2014 they joined the Big Ten, and they've been terrible ever since. Go ahead, Ballard.
I can't believe I'm going to ask this question, but I am curious on what your thoughts are. Of all the dead programs we listed, and I see some in the comments, we hear Wake Forest, Rutgers, Tennessee, and go on. Nate says Duke. But I want to know, of all of the dead programs in college football, and obviously, even if it takes 20 years, which of the most dead programs that we talked about do you think has the best chance of all of them, the better chance to be the next relevant team, to be brought back from the dead in football?
Yeah. Which one is the most likely or the closest? I would say. This might be surprise you, but Tennessee, I would say, is in the best position to make a comeback.
Yeah, that's true. What's up, Golden Blue
Yeah,
Dude?
yeah, because I think that they have, better ability to recruit out of all those teams. I think that they have the best ability to recruit. And that's why I think that they're the best positioned right now out
Yeah.
of all the ones that we've mentioned. Yeah.
I mean, Tennessee, especially. I mean, they're just up and down. They'll have like a 7-5 year, then a 3-9, or
And then
so. I
they'll go
mean,
nine,
it's a
and
roller
then they'll go
coaster.
9-4, and then 4-8. Yeah. And then 5-7, and then 7-5, and then 3-7, and then yeah.
Yeah. But it's interesting. I mean, and I guess the reason why I wanted to, well, it was your idea to do this, but I was fully on board and I got all excited when you said it because we talk so much about the good teams in football, such as Alabama, Clemson, Georgia, Oklahoma, Ohio State. We talk about all of those teams that are right there to make the playoff, make a bowl game, competing, top 10 program, top 5, whatever, right now. And believe it or not, man, I feel sorry for all the dead ones that don't get enough respect. They got to be talked about. We got to talk about the dead, right?
Yeah.
Why are these teams bad? What teams are bad? And again, like what qualifies a team as a dead program, I guess, is just consistent. Let me try to put this in a good term in the best way possible. Consistency with just constantly sucking, really. That's the best way I could put it that I can think of.
Yeah.
They constantly suck year in and year out as a football program. Therefore, they're dead.
Yeah, Nate. Yeah, Nate says Nebraska. I think Nebraska eventually be risen about 4 or 5 years. Yes. Now let's take a look at what Nebraska has done with Scott Frost. Well, let's see. Going back to before Scott Frost, so Nebraska's last good year was in 2016, and they went
That's not bad.
9-4, and then they lost to Tennessee in their bowl game. And
They lost. Wow.
Yeah, and then 4-8. Yeah, this was the year before Scott Frost. As they went 4-8, and then they fired their coach.
And then they hire Scott Frost, and he has
and
a
in 2018 enter Scott Frost, and he goes 4-8.
Then he went like 5-7 or something, didn't he? Go
Yeah,
with
and
5-7.
then he went 5-7, so one more win than last week.
Whoopity
doo!
Oh Lord!
Okay, and then 2020, 3-5. Yep, but they played only Big Ten games.
Now
Let's
here's
see,
the thing.
They beat Penn State, Purdue, and Rutgers.
Here's the thing about teams like Nebraska who are up and down inconsistent. We hype them up, and here's the thing about teams like Nebraska or Tennessee for last year. We had COVID and everything, but I am not. Look for any team like let me think of a good like okay, Clemson. Let's say they had Trevor Lawrence in that Notre Dame game in South Bend. They probably win that game, right? Like, think of all the good teams, but it's like, oh, if not for opt-outs, we would have had a better record. If not for COVID, we would have had this or that. Okay, but for a team that's as dead or whatever as like Nebraska or Tennessee or, teams that are just straight terrible, like Kansas. Kansas can't sit there and say we had a bad record because we had opt-outs. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Don't give me that.
Really did. Yeah, I think that Tennessee and Nebraska are more like zombies. They're not all the way dead.
Yeah.
But Kansas is all the way dead if they're dead cold and in the ground. Yeah.
Well, crap.
I think Tennessee and Nebraska are still zombies.
Like they're not completely dead, but they're really on their way.
They're undead. Yeah.
Oh, the undead. Like they're like they're back. There's
zombies. Yeah.
I don't know if I want to say they're back though. Is Tennessee back?
They're
not
zombies.
back, but they're not. Yeah, I'm trying to think of how I want to put this without saying anything stupid. Like so they're back from the dead. I don't know if I want to say that.
Well, they
they're
didn't.
Like,
I said that they're not. I just said that they're not quite dead. I just said they're zombie programs.
Like living dead.
Right? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, there you go.
That's right. So
I was trying to figure out what you were getting at, and it was just like
this is like a crackhead going on the internet and yelling at another crackhead for smoking crack.
Yes. So 3 wins in the Big Ten has been the standard for Scott Frost. If they have won 3 Big Ten games every year that he's been there.
Yeah, man.
So so no improvement in conference play.
Yeah. And it's just it's fun. This was a great topic of conversation, and I wanted your thoughts. Yeah. I mean, there's just those teams that nobody's paying attention to that are just they don't have like winless seasons, but being a dead program isn't having one bad year. It's consistently just constant losing, constant bad seasons, like over and over and over and over again, man. Constantly not making it to bowl games or winning bowl games or winning your conference, winning your division, or bad in recruiting. Tennessee. It's all of that tied into one. And if you can't handle anything like that, such as like Tennessee, if Tennessee wins 6 games this year, after the craziness that has been this offseason with all the transfers, opt-outs, and everything, and the allegations with the, buying players with Jeremy Pro, I mean, that would be a great year for Tennessee if they only go 6-6 and let alone make a bowl game, right? You got to give them props for something like that. Or like Nebraska, right? I mean, they are right there. They hired Scott Frost from UCF with a lot of hype and potential. I remember Paul Feinbaum would not shut up about Scott Frost. And what does he do? He goes like 5-7, 4-8, whatever. And it just is like he is not doing what we expected him to do at Nebraska. He has to.
I know they hyped him up.
Yeah. Bama was very nearly dead and late. That's true. Yeah, I don't even want to go back to all that. How many Iron Bowls in a row did Auburn beat us in? How many just to Bama standards, they definitely were dead. But I mean, at least today, but today's Bama standards, I don't know. But yeah. Hupford Billy Paul says he has faith in Tennessee bouncing back. Nebraska, he doesn't know, according to this emoji. Poor old Scar, but they will be back too. Is South Carolina dead, do you think?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I mean, they're they have the they're last in the SEC in recruiting.
That
I mean,
is
yeah,
true. That is true.
the team in like the team talent rankings, they are bottom of the SEC.
Even below Vandy?
Yeah.
That's sad. That's sad, South Carolina. Will Muschamp's to blame, too. Will Muschamp's to blame. That was a terrible hire from the start, I believe. But yeah, it's just this is a very interesting topic of conversation that I thought we could talk about today. Just dead college football programs, and there were a little bit more than I really expect. I mean, we just kind of got to talking about them, and there's more dead programs than I realized there were.
Yeah.
Now, I know I just asked this question, but you did say Tennessee, of all of the dead programs, probably had the best chance to work back, right?
Yeah, here it is. I found the talent rankings here. It's in South Carolina. Is let's see, still looking. Gotta load more. Yeah, they're so bad. I have to load more. Keep going. Dang, or wait. Yet they are 80th. Yeah, they have the 80th most talented team. According to the 24/7 Sports composite. The 80th most talented team. Yeah, by their recruiting. I guess by the ratings of every player on their roster coming out of high school.
I'm a bit lost on which program you were saying this was. Which team?
South Carolina. Yep, they have the 80th most talented team.
80th? How? That is way
80th.
too low for an. That's too low for the SEC. That's an embarrassment.
80th.
Son.
That's right. And then Kansas is 62nd.
Kansas is higher than Carolina.
That's right.
Kansas has less miles as the coach. Did you know that?
Well, not anymore. You remember they fired him. Yeah, they fired him.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, and they got the coach from Buffalo.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I'm also watching the comment section and
okay. Bama Bay's one win from CSWS.
College softball World Series. Yeah, let's go.
Let's see, and then let's see where Vandy is.
Not Vandy.
Yeah, Vandy is number 48.
Wow, 48.
Yep, that's right. So Vandy has South Carolina beat by 32 places.
$32.
That's right. So Vanderbilt is number 48. And then Tennessee. And then Tennessee is 22nd.
I didn't even think much. You think Florida State? I mean, they did make the inaugural playoff. Are they dead right now?
Let's see. Let's see. Pretty much. Okay. Yep. Yep. J Dub wants to know where Oregon State is. Let's see. Oh, I gotta find that beaver. Let's see.
Go find that beaver. Go get it.
Here it is. They are number 109.
What? Oregon State
Yeah,
is
Oregon
one.
State is 109. That's right. In talent ranking. That's right.
109.
And, yep. Yep. The last time Oregon State made a bowl game was 2013.
There's a lot of
see,
teams.
so now
There's a lot
now
of
you
teams.
want to know about FSU.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Well, for FSU, it hasn't really been yet. Yeah. Just like Tennessee, it hasn't been. It's not a talent issue. It's a coaching issue.
Yeah.
So they are 23rd. I think really, it's been since 2017 that they've been terrible. Yeah, they've been hovering around 500. See, 2017. That was Jimbo Fisher's last year. They were 7-6.
Yeah.
And then they beat Southern Miss in their bowl game.
Yeah, we've mentioned those teams. I think at the beginning, Hufferbilly, we said New Mexico State, Duke, Maryland. Yeah, there's a lot of dead programs. What do you think? Georgia Tech.
And then 2018, they didn't even make a bowl game. Yep. 5-7. And then 2019, 6-7. Yeah, so back-to-back losing records.
Yeah.
And then, which last year they went 3-6. Yeah, they beat Jacksonville State. Yeah, and then they beat North Carolina. Yeah, I don't know how, but they did. And then they beat Duke. And then they beat Duke, who was terrible. Yeah, Duke was absolutely horrible.
Nate the Great.
They only won 2 games last year. Yes, Nate, that's right. UAB has been resurrected. That's right.
They did. I think last year it wasn't conference only for the ACC. Miami played them week 1, and UAB did give Miami a little bit of a game. You got to give them some credit there.
That's right.
They had
Georgia Tech. Yeah, Georgia Tech beat Florida State last year. So to open the season.
That's funny. So does that? I mean, Florida State has gone downhill. If they're losing to a team like Georgia Tech, who hasn't really done anything since the '90s when they won a championship, let me ask you this: Does a non-dead program losing to not like Alabama, but let's say a team is slowly on their way to college football's death row? You have a team that's not dead yet, but they're on their way to being a dead program. If they lose to a dead team,
they could be.
Right? If they lose to a dead program,
So who's in
does it make them
danger?
good?
So who's in danger? Let's see. Probably teams like let's see. Florida State. Let's
That's
see. Georgia Tech.
I mean,
Yeah,
one of
Duke. Um,
Yeah. Okay. So take one of those teams for example. Let's say one of those teams like Florida State, who is slowly declining, and on their way to just being dead and down in the dirt because it's not getting any better. They're going downhill, right? If they lose to a program like we've just established, like shoot, Vandy seems dead. If they lose to a team like that, if they lose to a dead college football team, how are they dead? If they're not dead yet, they lose to a dead program. Doesn't make them dead right then and there. Do you think? Should it?
well, let's see. You mean like when Tennessee lost to Georgia State?
Like that? Yeah. Yes. Great example.
Yeah, but then they ended up. Yeah. They turned it around though. That's right. Yeah, and they went 8-5.
That was a very impressive year in 2019. They need a documentary on that Tennessee team. That was impressive.
Mhm.
You lost to 2 Group of 5 schools the first 2 weeks, and you ended up only going 7-5. That was great. Plus a bowl win.
Yeah. Yes, so Nate had mentioned UAB. I mean, yes, UAB's program was actually dead. Remember that?
Adam mentioned,
Yeah, 2015 and 2016, their program was literally dead. Because I don't know if you remember how they how their program got shut down.
yeah. Or when Georgia lost to South Carolina, says Adam Woodard. When you guys lost them
We
in
weren't
2019.
dead. That was our only loss in the regular
It was a
season.
down year, though. You lost some key players.
Yeah, we're down here. Yeah, and of course we got we got destroyed by LSU in the SEC championship.
Well, nobody was going to beat LSU. Come on now. Nobody was beating.
Yeah,
No
I know.
one's
Well,
getting
we weren't the only ones, though.
This is a fact right here, Adam. Just because you lose to a bad team doesn't make you a dead team. That's fair. UGA is a dead man.
UGA is dead man walking.
That is not
Are
accurate
you
at all.
are you serious, Hufferbilly?
Right?
Come on,
What?
come on.
I mean,
UGA dead program. No, he's just trolling.
unless he's referring to this
Yes,
joke.
yes,
Here.
you're right about that, Hufferbilly. But that doesn't make it a dead program. Rodrigo Shankenship. You know what, Jeff? You know what? He's better than any Alabama kicker in the last 10 years. So,
Except Will Riker. I did not mean to hit that thing. That wasn't even. That's my outro. We're not done yet.
yeah, I know. I was like, why are you playing your outro? You're like, are you ending the stream?
I
Yes,
accidentally.
like I was saying, yeah, Rodrigo Blankenship is better than any Bama kicker in the last 20 years. So
Except last year's Will Riker, he didn't miss a gosh darn kick at all. He was hella good on all of his kicks and PATs. Just saying, didn't miss them.
really, you didn't miss any.
He didn't miss a kick or a PAT.
And out of how many attempts?
I think 30 something.
Oh.
Heck. Can you still hear me?
Yeah. I'm still, yeah, I can. Yeah. I hear you.
Let me see. Will Reichard last year. He was 100%. His longest was 52. That was the one he hit against Georgia to cut the deficit before the half. He was 14 of 14 on his field goals.
Okay, 14 of 14. Okay.
He made 84 out of
so he
84.
didn't have that many attempts. Okay.
Right, but he did hit all 84 PATs. 84 extra points. That's pretty good.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, Hot Rod never missed an extra point either. So.
And he hit that 55-yarder against Oklahoma a couple years back in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's pretty much it for the show today, guys. I mean, just want to talk some dead college football programs. Are there any that we forgot, Mike Vick, or do you think we covered enough of them?
Let's see. Yeah, I think we mentioned enough of them.
Yeah. I got some stuff to take care of.
Iowa is dead. No, Iowa's not dead, Hufferville.
Iowa is there. I don't even think they're really close to dead. They're not a top tier team. Not anywhere near that, but they can.
No, they're not.
They can compete.
They're not.
They can compete. They've had some good teams.
Yeah.
Bama will be dead once Saban leaves. Well, it depends on how long it takes Dabo to get it up and running.
Nah, Dabo's not going to leave Clemson.
We'll see about that.
No,
but
he's not leaving Clemson. Come on.
All right, fine. I've heard rumors though. You know who is a candidate that I've heard rumors about is Mario Cristobal out of Oregon. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
He could take the job. I like him
I
as
can
a head
see
coach.
that.
Oregon's a great program. They're really good. But anyway, that's pretty much it for today's show. We just want to talk some dead programs, and I got some stuff to take care of. Mike Vick, I hope you have a good weekend. Do you have anything to add as far as dead programs and really anything college football related?
No, not really. No.
All right. Well, guys, we definitely appreciate y'all showing up. It was a good morning show this morning too. So working on the tender stuff.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, Ballard got some advice. Some of it good, some of it bad, but
some jokes in there.
Yeah, some of it weird. You know, like when Lou told you that you gotta, look at the girl's knees. You know, you have to compliment her knees.
That's hilarious. That was good. But anyways, we love you guys. Go subscribe to VicTube. And you got any streams? You got any streams upcoming?
Yeah, I know. Tonight I have my my stream. From 6 to 8. Yeah.
Awesome. I'll see if I can stop by. But we love you guys. Hit that thumbs up on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Go subscribe to Mike Vick. Please like, comment, and subscribe right here to Ballard Sports Media for more sports content. I am Christian Ballard with Ballard Sports Media. That is my co-host, Mike Vick. And I say, roll tide roll. You want to say?
Go Dogs.
All right. We love you guys, and we'll see you later. Woo!